The digital era has drastically increased access and optionality for many consumers, but it's also decreased verifiable provenance. And given the spread of COVID-19, as the economic crisis continues to linger, more and more people are delving into cryptocurrency in a bid to diversify their investment and have different streams of income. Finding the best cryptocurrency to invest in is quite a bit of a hassle for even the seasoned cryptocurrency investors, let alone the newbies. And this is exactly what CryptoLine was created for, to help bring you up to speed on the next best thing in the crypto market. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Dogecoin, some very important things that I expect to happen to Elon Musk's favorite cryptocurrency, as well as what Mark Cuban, the man who made millions selling companies during the dot-com era and then turning these billion-dollar corporations into multi-billion-dollar conglomerates, thinks about Dogecoin. Hello once again and welcome back to CryptoLine, where we entertain and update you on all types of cryptocurrency-related news. We try to help you better understand cryptocurrencies and guide you towards the best ways to channel your funds and make more with cryptocurrencies, whether you're new or a seasoned investor. Today we're going to be taking another look at 3 things that could skyrocket the price of Dogecoin and why it's the best buy at its current price. As always, don't forget to look through the description section for some useful links. I'm going to be leaving off a link for our viewers to sign up on Binance and get a lifetime discount of 5% on trading fees when they sign up via the link in the description. If you're here for the first time and you want to stay up to date with everything to do with Dogecoin, cryptocurrencies, and the like, I highly recommend you guys scroll down and tap the red subscription button, and while you're there, also go ahead and slap a like on the video. It's completely free to do so and it really helps us out. Now, I know that we've been talking about Dogecoin a lot lately, and some might wonder, are there no other coins out there on the market we could channel more effort into? Well, the answer is simple. Dogecoin happens to have one of the greatest booms in 2021, and to think this coin is not worth talking about over and over again is, in my opinion, an erroneous belief. We might even start uploading twice a day if Dogecoin gets to where we think it's going within the next couple of weeks or so. So considering Mark Cuban's success so far, surely he knows something and surely we should listen, if we also want to make some good money. So the big questions are, what's new, what's next, and how am I getting there first? Mark Cuban is an early adopter of Dogecoin, as he recently incorporated the cryptocurrency into his Dallas-based basketball club, the Mavericks, which he purchased from H. Ross Perot, founder and former chief executive officer of electronic data systems and Perot Systems. And soon, maybe a year from now, we're going to have the other 30 NBA teams using Dogecoin as a form of transaction. And maybe a year from now, Dogecoin can be worth $1, because that's what's new and what's next, Dogecoin. So according to MarketWatch, Mark Cuban's Dallas Mavericks acceptance of Dogecoin sparks crypto debate. Yes, we know Dogecoin started out as a joke, but right now, is Dogecoin a joke coin or to be taken seriously? Probably we're just a little too new to this trend, that we don't see the potential in Dogecoin. Or is it the next big thing that could be used as a form of transaction all over the world? And even better is the fact that cryptocurrency is slowly crawling its way into the hearts of sports enthusiasts, including the NBA, the NFL, given the Miami Dolphins had announced they would accept cryptocurrency payments in partnership with Allianz Payments and the Litecoin Foundation, and in all sports games. We also know that Bitcoin may have been a joke to some back in 2009, when about 10,000 Bitcoin were used to pay for pizza. Just 2 boxes of pizza, in fact. But if you were to own Bitcoin back in 2009 and held on to your initial investment of, say, $10,000 or more, well, right now you'd have no concerns in life and you're a multimillionaire. So it goes without saying that Bitcoin was seen as a joke, but it no longer is a joke, since it does retain its value as the economy constantly inflates. Well, Mark Cuban sees something in Dogecoin, and he's not the only one. If it were some other random billionaire who becomes bullish about a cryptocurrency, news of that could pass as another headline for the press to pry on for a few days before it dies off. We wouldn't have been talking about it this long and this hard. However, it is Mark Cuban we're talking about here. And if you look at the richest addresses in Dogecoin, there are a lot of filthy rich individuals who are bullish on Dogecoin. We have a single address worth $2 billion, 30% of the entire Dogecoin in circulation. Now, we might ask ourselves, what does this person know about Dogecoin? Where does he or she envisage Dogecoin to be in the future? What do these 11 addresses who own another 20% of all Dogecoin see in Dogecoin? Obviously, this group of investors forms the Dogecoin whale group. So what do these Dogecoin whales know that the average investor does not? And what does Mark Cuban know that the average investor does not? Well, the first thing to keep in mind is that these whales know that Dogecoin is going to take off in terms of digital transactions, in terms of decentralized currency, and in terms of what's new and what's next. And I strongly think that Dogecoin can outperform the dollar, even though Dogecoin, as of now, does have a relatively high inflation rate tied to it, which is around 4%. However, given the general trend, and as Dogecoin keeps getting mined, and once it does reach that market supply of around 200 billion Dogecoin, with about 5.2 billion Dogecoin introduced each year, the general trend is actually declining. And eventually, sometime in the near future, that general trend would reach a plateau. And once it plateaus, we'd be talking about an interest. We're talking about an inflation rate of less than 10%. And once it does reach that market supply, we'd be looking at an inflation rate of 0%. So in all, Dogecoin does have the potential to retain value, and therefore be of highly effective use or a generally accepted medium for digital payments. Here's a brief recap on Mark Cuban and why I think we should take his complete acceptance of Dogecoin seriously. For those of you who are yet to know who Mark Cuban is, in the 1990s, Cuban founded and sold several startups that helped him attain the billionaire status. So we know that Mark Cuban's business acumen is unrivaled. We know that in the 1990s, he absolutely saw potential in the dot-com era, rising from buying companies worth tens of millions to hundreds of millions. Well, Mark Cuban has invested in hundreds of successful companies to date, and most recently, Cuban's most high-profile role outside Shark Tank, an American business investment reality TV show, is owning the Dallas Mavericks, the NBA franchise based out of Texas's third-largest city. He bought the team in 2000 for $285 million and quickly turned the organization around. 20 years before Cuban bought the Mavericks, the team had only won 40% of their games and had a playoff record of 21-32. Now, fast forward to 20 years later, we have the Mavericks as one of the leading sports clubs to officially accept cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, for its merchandise and ticketing. So Mark Cuban allowing the trade of Dogecoin in the NBA to be used as a form of transaction with BitPay is not such a small feat, as this most certainly makes him, and the Mavericks of course, the first to do this, through the history of the NBA. Also, this automatically makes him the largest merchant of Dogecoin, and that's not going to stay for long as more and more Fortune 500 companies are looking to get involved with the Shiba Inu-backed cryptocurrency, such as Starbucks. Those 20,000 Doge in transactions is going to transcend into millions and billions, and it's only a matter of time before this occurs. Point is, Mark Cuban has always seen potential in these niches before other people do. He knew exactly what was new and what was next and found a spot for himself right before the rushing crowd came flooding in. Although a lot of people see Dogecoin as a joke now, it won't be a joke for much longer, when it could possibly outperform the dollar. And with a viewership of over 7 million people in the NBA alone, just watching from their TVs, and with thousands of people attending these games, I do think that Dogecoin is going to rapidly expand and become a form of transaction. With the inflation rate getting lower and lower every year, the general trend is that Dogecoin does have the propensity to outperform the dollar, given fiat currencies are directly controlled by the government, while Dogecoin is decentralized. Not to mention that there are 30 teams in the NBA, and only one of them has accepted Dogecoin. Now think about what happens when the other 30 teams accept Dogecoin, in addition to Starbucks' customer base. You do the math and see for yourself. Don't forget to drop your questions or suggestions in the comment section below, and we'll respond to them as soon as we can. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the like button, and turn on post notifications by clicking on the bell icon. Good luck and happy investing.